Hi, this is James Page for FrontLine Research here at DSEI 2025 in London. We're on the Echodyne stand, and as always, we're very happy to be talking to Leo McCloskey, the Vice President of Global Marketing. Leo, good to see you.
Good to see you as well, James. Thanks for having me on today.
Always a pleasure, and it's always a pleasure because we will get into some really interesting discussions, and we want to talk about some things that we've got in front of us too. But since the last time we spoke, is there anything in particular that you'd say has been that you're noticing is being changed on the battlefield?
Yeah, I think there's probably two things. One is that we're seeing such a rapid innovation of technology that we need to figure out how to keep the technology innovating for both sides, not just on the adversary side. And as we're doing that, we need to keep the idea of sort of symmetry of economic exchange in there, the economic exchange ratio, where the cost to defend can't be more than the cost to attack. And the second thing I think in order to accomplish that is how do we then get the technology further distributed downstream so that even down to the squad level, you now have the capability to take a vulnerable soldier, he doesn't have awareness, and turn them into an actionable node on the battle space where the data that they're supplying in not only keeps them safe, but advances mission success.
Yeah, sure, and that's vitally important because rather than them that being confined and the countermeasures being confined to particular specialist teams, it's too important for that. Now everybody's got to be part of it.
That's exactly right. We can't just have a specialist who knows how to do this. We have to have the technology become easy to use, easy to consume, easy to train down to the soldier level where an hour or so of training should be able to give them all they need to set up the equipment and get situational awareness that keeps them safe and advances mission interests.
And so the equipment that they will be using has to be incredibly portable, and that's sort of what we've got a little bit in front of us here.
That's exactly what we're seeing here today. And this is a conglomeration of multiple pieces of equipment for multiple companies. It's spearheaded by a company called OpenWorks Engineering out of the UK. This is our radar here in the middle. And the con up here is that you have a acoustic detection panel. This is from Squarehead Technologies out of Norway. And the idea is that you use the passive sensor, which is not detectable by the enemy, as a sort of early detection, early warning system. Think of it as a trigger. And so when that finds something, it flashes on the radar. The radar is not operational, it's hot standby, but it's sort of waiting to be tasked. And the reason it's waiting to be tasked, if it's always transmitting, it can give away the dismounted soldier's location, and that's something we want to make sure we keep private. And so when we think about how do we get them the information they need in order to be able to do the right job, it's about getting the right set of equipment. The acoustic panel then flashes on the radar acquires the object flash, gets all the data, puts the optics on the object so you get visual confirmation of it, and then it sends the information to whatever effector platforms are around, and then it goes quiet again. And so you have this ability to use information, very sharp information, very tactical information at point of use, and then go quiet again so the enemy can't find it.
Yeah.
So it's this cat and mouse game of how do I get the right information at the right time, but not be discovered while I'm getting that right information.
And you think that's what you might describe as actionable?
Actionable data, right? So there are a lot of companies that talk about detection range. What's your detection range? Detection range is just anxiety, because I can't do anything with it. We want to give them actionable data so that they can be empowered to do whatever is within that task, whether it's passing the information on to further authorities in the battle space, or whether it's actually taking action where they can use remote weapon stations to target the object, directed energy weapons, whatever they have at their disposal in order to maintain safety and maintain that perimeter.
Well, and we know things are moving so fast that next time we speak, I'm sure things may have moved on again, but Echodyne will always be at the front of making sure they've got everything up to date. So
that's exactly right. And the way that's done is not just hardware, it's software.
Yeah.
So we do software iterations 2 to 6 times a year. And their software is always improving their performance, and that's based on the feedback we're receiving. And so we're starting to see the idea of we see in consumer electronics where your iPhone updates all the time and gives you better service. Well, now we're starting to see that in the field where the dismounted soldier can have equipment, software update doesn't change the operation, just improves the operation. So they're benefiting from the data, again, advances mission success, keeps them safe.
Yeah, it doesn't require new hardware to make it all out.
Exactly right.
Exactly. Leo, it's always fascinating to talk to you. We could do a lot more, I'm sure, but it's a busy stand and we don't want to take up too much of your time, but it's a pleasure. Thank you for explaining everything you have today.
Thank you, James, for coming by. Appreciate it.
Okay.